Alright guys, let's go ahead. Let's get to the bus stop. Get Lily on the bus. And then we can talk. It's a beautiful sky today. Let's get going. Good morning! It is Thursday.
And it got dark.
December 11th. I don't want my Tiffany to be in the dark. After going to bed early at 10:40 last night, it is time to be up. Get Lily up to the bus stop. And then Tiff and I can do our thing. And then we can go from there. We'll see what Tiffany wants to do. I got a few emails to write off today and stuff like that to take care of. Business stuff. Tomorrow I will be over at Horizon Middle School doing English class. So that will be fun. But for now, let's go ahead. Let's get Lily on the bus. And then we can go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's going to be a long start off today.
Okay. Let's make it a fun day.
Yeah.
And make it a good day.
Yeah.
And then tonight, all your dreams come true. Little hurt fingers. Legos.
Oh, fun.
Yay. Fun to get to see my Game Boy coming together.
Okay.
What? I'm excited for that.
You keep pulling it off, unfortunately.
Well, that's because so much stuff has been happening behind the scenes that
really
we've actually brought forth to you guys, but it's just been a lot. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get Lily over to the bus stop. And let's have a great day. All right, so now that Lily is on the bus, do you know what we're going to do first?
No.
Well, before I cut you loose and let you do your thing, we are going to go to a whole new world where magic roars and diabetes soars. Where peanuts talk to adults and they talk back in gibberish.
Krispy Kreme. Come on.
Let's get going. Let's go down there. Because we can also spend the time having a nice talk before she has to get going.
But you know I don't like that place. Don't let me, Daryl. I know you like it, Mel.
I like it because I can have it on occasion, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's not like we have one like right down the street from us that I go to like daily, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad we don't then.
Could you only imagine?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and maybe, hopefully, Papa John's will be open tomorrow for our pizza night, but we'll see.
Yeah, the new location should be already open.
We'll see.
I know.
As parents would say in the 90s, which means, nope.
We'll have to see it.
Alright guys, let's get done the Krispy Kreme. Tiff and I can have our continue and talk about this whole school thing. And then we can go from there. Tiff can go off do her thing. I got emails and stuff to write and everything else to take care of today. So it's gonna be like an office fun day. There we go. Except I'm not gonna beat up my printer because it's still working good.
Yeah.
You don't get that scene from Office Space, do you?
No, I kind of do, but I think I've only seen like commercials of it.
Okay. Alright guys, let's get down there to 192. Sweetie, are you okay?
No. Ow.
What is wrong?
My back.
Well, we had a nice long drive, and here we are. Krispy Kreme. And yes, the light is on. Alright, one large step for Tiffany equals one small step for everyone else. Oh, come here. There we go. The mail. Alright, let's go in.
Yeah.
So we got our free sample for the light being on, and look at this girl. She just couldn't wait. Good. Sweet. Just like you. I really do have the perfect girl. Doesn't get any better than Tiffany. Sweet, perfect, amazing, and so helpful. Yes, you are. You just don't realize it half the time. After all, you are inspiration for everything. That's for sure. You ready to go for round 2?
Yeah, I guess. Got 2 more donuts. Mm-hmm.
You got a little red mark right there on your chinny chin chin. Worst part is she has to deal with makeup with it.
Yeah.
Alright guys, it is what time now? 7:31. Let's go ahead, let's get back up to the highway. Keep our talking going. Some interesting ideas as well for some interesting programs. But yeah, we'll get into that later on. But for now, let's go back up to the highway. And then later, we're gonna need some pretzel rods or some combos.
Yes. Kind of
little sodium pick me up.
Yeah, a little sodium something.
Oh, you can have a grouper burger.
Ew. God, no. Don't make me sick. Oh my goodness.
You know what's funny? I haven't even had her cook me one since that one night.
They're nasty. And they smell bad. But I hate fish, so.
I like them, but yeah, they do smell off. Then again, yeah. I kind of like salmon a little bit more. But let's go ahead. Let's get back up to the highway. And let's go have a great time. You ready?
Yeah.
Also, I think we can skip Dunkin' and skip Crispy next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get going. So perfect. She is. No. Alright guys, let's go into TJ Maxx and take a little walking break for Tiff before we start heading back to the home area. It's funny, I do not see any other jars. Do you?
No, I don't know. Honestly, what I'm looking for is a cup.
Oh, the mugs?
That is so pretty. I think it must be a tap. I like that a lot. That's cool.
No, these are kind of it. Oh, UCF Nights. And look, it's Tiffany. Some days I feel grouchy today, but it's only when I'm annoying her, which is every day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day stuff already?
Yep.
Did we just like skip over Christmas? It's funny, I was just noticing that before Tiffany did because of the red fish down there. It actually looks pretty cool for though. But she has so many already.
Yes.
This.
Ooh.
Come here.
What?
I have a solution to all of our problems.
Uh-huh.
X's and O's, baby. X's and O's. We play tic-tac-toe to resolve all of our problems from now on. If you win, you get it your way. If I win, I get it my way. How much does it cost? $13 to solve all your problems.
Fanciest one I've ever seen.
There we go. I can have Tiffany Lou There we go.
It does look like.
It really does look like something that Cindy Lou Who would wear. My poor girl walked out in defeat.
Yes.
Come here. Let's go ahead and throw away the cup.
Yes.
Let's go ahead. Let's get back up to the highway. Let's get home. Strategize a plan. Go from there. Maybe
Yeah.
keep a cute girl with me.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That way we can keep discussing all this stuff. Figuring out what actually is the ultimate goal. What is the full plan to get to the goal. And whether or not certain plans were actually worth it in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
But we'll sort all that mess out. Let's just get home for now.
That'll work.
Absolutely. Alright, so now we are back home. It is 9:30. Alright. Let's go ahead and log in here. I did get an email. Lake County Middle School. Business Ed at Windy Hill Middle School. Thank you for your interest in our business ed teaching position. We appreciate the time you spent applying, preparing an interview with us. At this time, the position has been offered to another candidate. We hope you will continue to pursue opportunities that interest you. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. So, yeah, I was declined for the position. That sucks, I gotta admit. Because I was really excited for that opportunity. Oh, thank you, dear. Well, let's go ahead and have a nice little Denny's breakfast. But by Tiffany instead. So we're gonna have Tiffany's for breakfast. Yeah, I wanted to have something with a little bit of sodium in it, so omelet with a little piece of buttered toast. There we go. And if I think what she's doing is what she's doing, she's also grabbing a cup of coffee too. So I think I'll do that as well. There we go. By the way, baby.
Just realized I need water.
Just so you know. Yeah, I got declined for the position. Yeah, I got a little notice in my email.
Oh.
At this time, the position has been offered to another candidate.
Okay.
It sucks.
Yeah. Right now, you shouldn't worry about the moving part. Just focus on what job you want.
Today is not my day. Today ultimately sucks. And I'll tell you why. Because I just recorded an entire monologue. And I didn't notice the red ticker at the top of my camera wasn't going.
Oh, God.
I wasn't even recorded. This day sucks. I'm just gonna eat my food and then I'll talk to you guys after. Basically, the gist of it is life sucks. I was declined, but I'm not just gonna lay down and take it. I'm gonna get back up, turn my weakness into strength, and then move on from there. On top of that, yes, I have a substitute role. Yes, I have Universal, but at the same time, I'm not happy with where I'm at, just settling on not having a professional career. So basically, I'm going to have two great ideas. 1, stick with education, or 2, go back into IT world and get a master's in like computer science. On top of that, basically, yeah, if I ever move to another state, then of course education follows and other states reciprocate, meaning your credentials follow you. On the other hand, with IT, it's like you're basically starting all over. That's basically the gist of it. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy this that Tiffany worked really hard on. And then we can go from there. Yep. Let's do it. Holy smokes. Kimchi on egg is freaking amazing. I wonder something. Can you put kimchi on ice cream? Oh my god, you can!
Ew!
Kimchi ice cream is a unique, savory, sweet, frozen dessert blended in fermented cabbage with a creamy base, resulting in a spicy, tangy, and umami flavor that's polarizing but popular for adventurous eaters. With chefs experiment by adding kimchi juice, chopped pieces, or even incorporating it into sundaes. Oh my god! You could do anything with kimchi. That is awesome. Baby?
No.
Baby?
No.
You can make kimchi cookies!
Ew.
Kimchi strawberry ice cream. There's an actual trend of it. That is so awesome.
It has some really weird taste.
I wonder if they were all developed in 2020 when COVID was like crazy. And people were stuck at home and going, I'm bored. Yeah. What can I do? Some of them sat and played video games. Others decided to go back to college online. And many others just tried to survive. Okay. So right now, it is 9:56. And honestly, there's been some substitute roles that have been coming in off and on, mind you, okay? None for like next week. Mostly for today, oddly enough, still. And those are for the PM time frame. But I'm not looking to try to pick up anything for the afternoon, to be honest. I just need a day to clear my head, figure out everything. And, like, it's not like I'm completely discouraged about the whole teaching thing. I think it's more about that. I'm looking at taking out roughly $33,000 of student loan debt to be able to do these master's program and to do the EPI. It's Care Prep Institute course. And I have to think of it like this, okay? You gotta think, is it actually gonna be beneficial to you? And what I mean by that, okay, is there is a lot, mind you, of teacher roles out there, okay? There really is. At the same time, there's also a lot expanded in the IT world. So, one dumb theory I had, okay, and I'll admit it's kind of dumb, but it's got some good idea notion to it, okay, is doing the EPI program through Valencia, okay? That gives me the certification, that gives me the education value to being a teacher, okay? And go ahead and get in a master's in computer science. Yes, doing the Valencia API, which will give me the education framework I need to be able to apply for being a teacher, because I can put on the applications and resumes, hey, I successfully completed the Educare Prep Institute program. So there's that right there. And then I could go ahead and get like a master's in computer science as like a fallback as well. That, let's just say something happens with teaching. I can't get into a good school that I really want. But hey, there's an amazing opportunity for a career at, let's just say, Lockheed Martin. We have a Lockheed Martin installation that is right down the road from us over on Sand Lake and Kirkman area. It's just right past Universal, right before Epic Universe. And Tiffany and I, one time, we actually ended up there after we got lost, mind you.
The guy was nice, though.
It was.
The guy there was nice.
They were cool.
He understood how he got lost.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Just be careful of the one military installation over by Cocoa Beach area, though. They were not too friendly with their assault rifles ready. Then again, that was a military installation that we got lost at.
Don't trust Garmin.
Yeah.
It wanted us to drive right through them.
But you know something? I was thinking about this. What does a master's in teaching really get me? Really, what does it? Sure, I get to bypass a statement of eligibility exam for a core subject, let's just say English or social studies. But at the same time, that's really all it actually does compared to the Educare Prep Institute program, which gives me the same core functionalities of learning the classroom environment. That's what the actual Educare Prep program is for. So my question is doubling up with a master's in education, well, actually it's not even a master's of education. I gotta stop saying that. It's a master's of teaching, master's of arts of teaching. And there is a huge difference in them, okay? One, a master's of education is designed for people that already are teachers in the core subjects, but going back in to advance their knowledge set. A Master of Arts in Teaching is for people that don't already have a degree and want to become a teacher. And this way they can also bypass the SOE, the Statement of Eligibility exam, because it satisfies all the requirements, okay? So then all you do is just put down your $75 and go ahead and apply for an SOE, Statement of Eligibility. And in case you haven't been following and you're like, what the heck is this idiot talking about? A Statement of Eligibility is basically a piece of paper given to you in email from the state of Florida, or it could be from any state for that matter, that basically states that you meet the minimum requirements to become a teacher for that particular subject. So let's say I go ahead and I take a business education course, or I get an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration. I, in theory, could get a SOE in business education. Now, the reason I say in theory is because originally when I had my business degree stuff from Ashford, state of Florida was like, it's not as strong because you don't have a focus on these particular courses right here. And it was like, interesting. So then I asked them, hey, can you just re-look at this because it seems like I should be able to get this. And then finally, like a year later, mind you, They're like, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and give you one. What the heck? We need teachers, so there you go. So that's how I got my statement of eligibility in business education. I did all the framework. I did the classwork for Ashford. Bachelor's Finance, Master's Organizational Management. Anyway. Now, if I go ahead and I do the Educare Prep Institute program from Valencia, okay? This is pretty cool. It gives me the framework of what I could be missing on a resume to become a teacher, okay? At the same time, it's also a requirement from the state of Florida to get a professional certificate, okay? You have to take a professional training course in order to get the certificate that you need after your temporary license expires. So, my idea then would be combine that with a master's degree in a subject that has interested me all my life, okay? Ever since I was a little boy, computers have been the driving force in my life. Ever since the Apple II era, the IBMs, the black screen with the green text, and we didn't have any fancy mice or anything. You had to manually type in everything. Uncle Orville, David, you know all about what I'm talking about. Maybe even you, Christina. You might also remember those days too, before we had the fancy graphics and everything. But yeah, computers have always interested me. I think it's because I'm a very logic-driven purpose. I think everything in a logic format, and it has to follow that pattern or else it drives me crazy. And computers, in a sense, are logic-based as well. Everything follows a certain pattern with them, from the start of the code all the way to the finish. And that is why, with permission from Tiffany, which she'll come over and then she can give her input, I think I'm going to do the Valencia Educare Prep Institute program and combine that with a master's in computer science. Come here. I know I interrupted your coffee time.
I have like cold anyway. It's a little cold in here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Let me make sure she's in frame. There we go. I just had to tap on the screen. And make sure I'm still recording.
Yeah, that too.
Does it happen one time? What do you think about that idea?
Honestly, I do actually like that idea. That is definitely something I did bring up earlier in the car. That if you went the route of wanting to do IT, that if you were talking about like if you moved and everything, you would have a hard time finding an IT job somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Hold on, guys. Hello? I'm doing good, Daniel. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Well, this short call regarding your new additional benefits. So do you have an active health insurance from the marketplace?
Marketplace insurance. Sorry about that. Daniel wanted to interrupt us. Go on, sweetie. You were at IT. You were at about moving. You were about that it'd be hard finding a job.
If you did actually move, you could still get into like teaching. somewhere in computer or business education in teaching until you could find a computer job again. But I mentioned that you still needed the certificate in education, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I was like, well, I guess that wouldn't work out that is the way I thought it would. I was like, never mind. And so I guess you kind of took it and ran with it.
Well, having the Educator Prep Institute program basically gives me the framework, okay, of what you need to accomplish education-wise that allows you to get a professional certificate, okay? On the inside of the house, let's imagine it's a house, okay, is where you stuff like your core subject or your elective. Like, let's say it's technology education. Let's say it's science, English, mathematics, social studies, okay?
Yeah.
But the core framework of the house is the wood. It's the outside, okay? That's basically how you can put it as an analogy.
I think at this rate, this is actually a way better pivot of trying to figure out something, because honestly, we weren't getting very far with the other. I don't know where we could have turned with that right now. And I could see what you're trying to go down the path to try to figure out which one would actually give you better results.
You see, I think for me, I think this makes the most sense because it allows me to go ahead and have an open end where if it doesn't work over here, I can move over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus now all my eggs are over here, and if that doesn't work over here, well, I'm stuck over here.
Yeah.
And I put myself into a box.
And it's not like it's impossible if you have your technology degree in computer science. I mean, you can... That opens up a bit more than apparently keep constantly be rejected every year at a school, possibly.
It does. Because with computer science degrees, it opens up for remote job opportunities from help desk all the way up. It allows me for all different kind of companies.
Even down to even the theme parks.
And they're also getting employees right out of UCF as well.
Like you said, Lockheed Martin and
Boeing.
Remote jobs, you name it.
Hey, Boeing. Hire me, and I'll go ahead and just make sure that all the nuts and bolts are on the actual doors.
Okay, that's not the same. That has nothing to do with technology.
Give me that job, and I'll make sure your doors don't fall off mid-flight.
Are you sure that was Boeing?
Yes, it was.
Okay, that doesn't have to do with technology. That has to do with mechanics.
There we go.
Now you're worrying me.
No, seriously. I like the idea of having...
I think this opens up way more opportunities for you than worrying about, like, already getting rejection after rejection.
There's one more thing.
And being limited only to what's you can find in the area. And how long they let you stay in that position for. Because... I mean, they hire new teachers every year for the same position. You could be outbid for that position very easily.
Oh, I know.
Now, that scares me.
Let me see. Where was
I gotta get up for a second. Oh.
Like and subscribe.
Now, there is one more part of it too, okay? Going down the path of computer science and getting a master's in that, I can also be eligible for something called 6A-4.0121, okay? And basically, it's just a fancy number for you can actually go ahead and teach computer science in grade 6 to, K through 12. So I could teach an elective course in that as well, if one ever became available, mind you, okay? So there is that as well. Now, for the other part, let's just say that I wanted to go ahead and do social science, okay? Having the Educare Prep Institute course and applying and passing an exam, the knowledge assessment exam for social science would actually allot me that as well, without the need to take a master's program in that. So there is that too. But I really think, and I'm really leaning toward it, that doing it this way would be for the best. Doing the computer science program from either UCF or University of Florida and going that route would be for the best solution. After all, I've always wanted to go ahead and get my degree in computer science. And in fact, I even talked with Tiffany about that before. That was one of the things that kind of kicking myself.
I think it's time that you finally do.
Okay.
Definitely.
Valencia, really? You guys are really kicking me in the balls right now. Seriously. You guys are giving me a bigger freaking migraine than Tiffany combined with Lily combined with Universal gives me. Why can't they get on the same freaking page? Come here. God dang. Yes. If you are eligible for Pell Grant and the funds have been awarded by Valencia, the EPI course should be covered as long as you enroll in at least 6 credits per semester. Why can't they just get on the same freaking page?
Nice to know. Well, if you still have it, then we can still use it for something that you want to use it for.
Well, no, the Pell Grant, okay? If I get it, that means that I don't have to take out student loan.
Yeah.
That means I can save my student loan availability for university, for the master's program, instead of doing the back door. My God.
They need to get on the page. At this rate, you're going to have to call them.
Like,
do they have it or not? You're getting on my nerve.
It really is. And I think the problem is, it's just that nobody talks to anybody. Everybody has their own ideas. And it's like, what the heck? Why can't you guys just get on the same page and then we can just go from there, you know? But yeah, if they actually allow, if the Pell Grant can be used for this, then that's amazing. Because, yeah, I qualified for $3,698 for Pell Grant money. So that's amazing. That's like $7,000 for the year. But yeah, the $3,698 that would cover me from January to May, and then May until August, I would get another set. But yeah, if I didn't need the actual student loan part, then yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. But this is what I'm talking about. Really? I don't get it. Because they're telling me that as long as I have 6 credit hours. Let me pull up the email because I actually have an Outlook here. Yeah, if you're eligible for Pell Grant and the funds have been awarded by Valencia, the EPI course should be covered as long as you enroll in at least 6 credits per semester. You can check on your financial aid status and if it's helping pay for courses by visiting My VC. If you search tuition invoice, there will be a section to view your account balance. You can also connect with our financial aid team as well.
Yeah, I think we should.
Valencia, really? You're giving me headaches. That's not good. Because understand, for the professional certification program, there is a list of schools, okay, for state-approved EPIs, the Educator Prep Institute programs. There's a ton of them. Valencia is not the only one. Polk State College, Seminole, St. Petersburg, Hillsborough, Gateway College, Eastern Florida State College, Daytona, Broward, Bethune, Cookman. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Miami-Dade, Moreland. Yeah, the list goes on. There's even more than just that I just named off. Even, surprisingly, which I don't understand how, University of Arizona Global Campus. And if you're wondering why that sounds familiar, because they used to be Ashford University before Ashford closed down. And Ashford was something else before. Yeah, don't get me started on all that. That was a mess. But yeah, so Valencia, come on. Let's get our crap together, okay? Because really, we need to be on the same page. Otherwise, this isn't going to work out so well. And Tiffany knows that too. Alright. Let's go ahead and just take a chill break for now. Before my head just explodes. But what I do know for sure is I got an amazing girl. Who's so perfect in every way. I have a perfect child, Lil, who's amazing and sweet, and has been enjoying the Japanese folk stories that I've been reading to her at night lately.
Yeah.
It's a nice little difference than the other books.
Yeah, some of them are actually quite interesting.
And I have you guys. My family as well. That's why I said of what I did last night, that you and I are going to have so much to figure out. And we really do. And if I can get my eyes subscription, that'd be nice. But right now, ED Paris, Sunblaze Elementary, and then Vista Lake, all for today. Orlando. Yeah, I'm not driving to Orlando for $70. No. Alright, let's take a break and let's just get our mind off of everything for a little bit. Because right now, that's the important thing. When everything is going to crap and you can't figure anything out, pull yourself back mentally and forget about it for a little bit. And get your mind clear. After all, sometimes that's the best way you can go about it. Otherwise, you'll drive yourself crazy. Like I do. Let's do our break time for a minute. Okay, so there is some news to update you guys on. As of 12:09, okay? Do you remember that whole debacle with the whole Pell Grant issue and EPI saying yes? But then you also have over here, you got the financial aid office going, no, you can't do that. Well, let's talk about that because, oh my gosh. I'll tell you something. This has been an aggravating adventure. So, just for the heck of it, I was going through Penn State University. I was going through UCF. UCF is only in person. Penn State is also online. So, anyway, I went back over to Valencia because I was like, you know what? I want to check on something with them. And then I went over to the whole financial aid thing and my account balance. And I saw something that interested me and got my attention. Let me show you. Alright, so this is my Valencia page here, okay? Nothing on here is like anything that you can't see, okay? Balance at 8/7/21/14, authorized aid, 1849, amount due, 0. Cool. View details. Because I was saying, okay, they put student loan on there. No. Federal Pell Grant. Financial aid. Yeah, it covered it. Interesting. No, EPI actually sent me back a message because I sent them over what the financial aid office said. Unfortunately, the Pell Grant is no longer eligible. But I just sent over to EPI that take a look at my student balance sheet. Yeah. That it's applied, and now my amount due is nothing. I don't know what to tell you. So here is what I've accomplished so far. I have gone ahead, applied for Penn State University, and we'll see what happens. Now, there is one more thing. UCF, okay? I still have an application with them, and it says awaiting decision. It's interesting. Let me see here. Yeah, now I have a new graduate admission person, Brandy Piper from UCF. Okay. But anyway, I don't know what to tell you. It's definitely an interesting time right now. Because EPI just wrote back to me saying, thanks, Ryan, I really appreciate this. I just reached out to contact and financial aid to see what's happened and how the wires got crossed. Thank you for your diligence. Yeah. Yeah, because really, financial aid is going to tell somebody something, but EPI is going to tell someone something else. They need to be on the same page. Otherwise, this is going to make a lot of other students frustrated, and they may just end up giving up or just saying, screw it, I'm just going to go to Teachers for Tomorrow or something like that. Or I Teach Florida, where they basically delay what you owe until you get a job. You know? Because all of them are going to have actual, like, loan money at some point. In theory, even this one could. But we'll cross that bridge down the road when we get to it. UCF, I still have an application in with them, awaiting decision, and that's for summer 2026, English Language Arts with ESOL and reading endorsement. Let me see here. Yeah, EDX is now sending me their stuff. In case you don't know, EDX is basically where you can go ahead and pay for extra stuff that you might need. For instance, it could be books, stuff like that. So, we have Penn State University that will be pending. We also have UCF that is pending. We have Valencia that is now paid for. I call this a good day right now. And truthfully, I know your next question is going to be, let's just assume that you got accepted into UCF on the terms of the Master of Arts in Teaching English Arts. Would you go ahead and do it still? That's a hard one. Because the computer science part is really cool. But having an acceptance already is also amazing. So, I don't know what to tell you, but what I do know is these application fees, man, they get expensive after a while. It would definitely be interesting, I'll tell you that. Alright, so this is actually quite funny because I wanted to load up Grand Theft Auto. I heard that you can now buy mansions, and I was thinking, wow, this would be so freaking cool. Only one problem. So the cheapest mansion you can buy is 11,000,005, okay? 11.5. Do you understand how much you need to spend? Because I can't believe this. There was no way. Because, like, if I tell Tiffany that I spent this on a mansion, I would be sleeping downstairs. Let me show you. So, first of all, you have to spend $100 to get the $10 million one, okay? Then you need to come down here and spend another $20 to get the other $1,500,000. Keep in mind, that's for a base mansion. So you could be spending $160, $150 to buy a mansion. Whoa, that is ridiculous. But yeah, this is it right here. Choose your property. The Tongva Estate. But yeah, this is it right here. The Tongva estate. 11,500,000. Like, there is no way I could go to her and go, yep, I spent $160 not on something for our future, but on a video game. Yeah, I have a feeling she won't be too thrilled. First of all, how would you like to go ahead and buy a mansion with me?
Somebody has to clean it.
6 bedrooms.
Somebody has to clean it.
No, you don't need to.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay.
11,500,000 for one of them.
Somebody would have to clean it.
Listen, it gets better, okay? It only costs $160.
Oh, God.
Real world money.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how much the
I
cheapest
could
mansion
think
in
of
there.
so much I could do with that kind of money.
Without any options.
Ugh.
Without options.
Yeah,
So
the worst part is you probably have to take your little character and go and clean the house too.
that might actually make it worthwhile.
Gotta get realistic.
No, you just get it yourself a Tiffany.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Oh.
They make for great
I'm supposed
cleaners.
to take the remote and go and clean on virtually on
Yeah,
everything.
while I'm at work. You can go ahead and clean 2 homes while I'm working.
Dude, I couldn't imagine a big house. No, I want nothing to do with a big house.
So there is an interesting update, okay?
Mm.
And it goes to Valencia, alright?
Mm.
So you go to my account balance.
It's cold in here.
You go to my account balance. And as you can see, amount due 0. Okay?
Mm.
So the Pell Grant was actually applied to my student loan. Not student loan, but to my prior courses.
Okay.
Yeah, so I emailed and I sent over to EPI, okay, about all this, okay? And they said, thanks, Ryan, I really appreciate you.
What the?
And
Okay.
everything, okay? So even they're baffled because,
They don't know why you got that email earlier?
yeah, they don't know why financial aid office said you can't, but then EPI said you could,
Yeah.
but then
I like how they said that they were sorry for stressing you out. Okay. Yeah, they did. Okay, so you get the first part pretty much paid for,
yeah,
and that's for the certificate in education.
Yep.
And then the second part that you're doing is for the...
yeah, so we're gonna have a couple of choices in that, okay?
Mm.
Penn State University, you can do it online. UCF, you gotta go in person.
How long is the course?
2 year.
And
UCF is gonna be $348 a credit
yeah.
versus Penn State, which is about $1,048.
Oof, a credit?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Is there any other options here in Florida?
Not that are online.
Literally?
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense, Ryan. That they don't have
A
any...
lot of the other ones are all in person as well. University of Florida, they want you also to have done their bachelor's in computer science to be able to move up to their master's.
So how would...
That's what University of Florida wants. University of Central Florida says you can discredit that by taking a few extra classes. Well, I know a part of the video that is being cut. So if you're wondering why the awkward jump is because Grand Theft Auto was just doing some talking about illegal stuff on their game that we cannot allow on the channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the whole debacle. So yeah, there's that right there, okay? The other thing is that if I apply for other universities, I need to be careful because those application fees are going to add up.
Yeah.
Unless you go with universities with no application fee.
So what are we going to do?
The other issue is that I still have that pending decision with UCF when it comes to their online English course.
Yeah, I know.
If I got the approval for the English course for the master's, should I just do it or should I decline it?
Honestly, Ryan, I don't know. Because I don't know where exactly that's going to get you. I have no idea.
Middle school teaching English, high school
I
teaching
get that.
English. Yeah.
So you can't take the computer science.
Unless I go in person.
Valencia College doesn't do computer science?
Only if I want to do an associate's degree.
What's this?
That's like the lowest tier.
They don't have anything higher?
No, you can get a bachelor's there, but then you're also doing all these extra courses again.
What do you mean?
You have to take your general education classes. So you're basically throwing money for them for nothing. And for somebody that already has a bachelor's in something,
Yeah,
so
so why
doing
couldn't
general
you
ed
just
courses again,
Skip it.
you can't.
They won't let you skip it.
No, you have to redo them with them. That's part of the program.
This whole situation's getting out of hand. So you can't find any way to try to figure out how to get a...
Not unless I want to keep
Computer
filling out
science.
application fees. That's the other part.
Yeah, I know. Is there, like, one that you could focus on and then consider that one?
Let's see here. Ooh, I could go to Alaska Pacific University.
Right, I'm not worried. I mean, we can always figure out the fee. Is there, like, any of them around?
Let's see here. Academics.
What about DeVry University?
No.
No?
Oh, God, no. I would rather... A Denny's placemat holds more credit than they do. They got sued into the ground years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
It says that UCF has a flexible schedule for doing something like that. Kaiser University?
Tev, I'm trying to avoid private universities like that.
Oh.
Because they're going to have higher fees.
Florida Polytechnic University? University of Florida online. Bachelor's degree online for computer science.
What did you just say? What was the first part?
University of Florida.
No, the second part then.
Online.
No, before that.
Florida.
You said bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
It's like I just told you. Then I'm paying for general ed classes and stuff again.
So you need a master's?
Yes.
Colorado Tech.
Why don't I go to Grand Canyon University while I'm at it?
Florida Tech.
See, the problem is that the programs are pretty much hands-on as well.
So do you have an issue with trying to go out there?
Yeah, I gotta be able to hold a full-time job. I have bills to pay.
So how do they expect people to do it?
That's why everybody in their brochure is in their 20s. They're not in their 40s.
Capella.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and let's get over to Publix. And let's get dinner. Alright, let's go into Publix and let's get our dinner stuff that we need. It's a good night and it's been a great day. Alright, there we go. Chicken mozzarella tortellini. Now, I think we're going to do dessert. And we did like the peach cobbler from Dolly Parton, so we'll do that. There we go. Alright, so we're kind of screwed because normally our sauce that we would want would be right around in here. Unfortunately, they do not have our... It would actually be right here. Sonoma sauce lemon herb. And they do not have it. So yeah.
I know, unless it's like
Tiffany!
buried back there. There it is.
It's like an ancient...
Find that thing for it.
Oh my gosh. It's the last jar, I think.
Sorry.
We got lucky.
Yes.
Best Buy, July 10th, 2028. Do not drop this. It's the last one. Oh my god. This thing might be turning around fully. Alright, so. First things first. Is that when it came to... Okay. When it came to going over to Valencia to pick up that order, it actually turns out that it takes a couple days or so, like 3 days to 5 days to get it processed. And I was like, alright, that's fine. Okay. Now, besides from that, today's been a great day. We did actually move Lego night to tomorrow night to keep in theming with our Friday night fun night that we're going to keep doing. Tomorrow, I do have middle school. I will be over at, so that will be awesome. And then we're going to have pizza night and then Lego night. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for everything today. Today's just been ups and downs, left and rights, trying to figure everything out. And then finally, something actually went good with Valencia, where the Pell Grant was able to be applied, and like a miraculous miracle, everything worked out good for it. And truthfully, we needed that. Because otherwise, I don't think I would have done a student loan for that program, to be honest. Because realistically, it's so unneeded, that kind of money for a prep program. It really is. And that's the thing with financial responsibilities, that yeah, you could be tempted to go and take the money and get the excess and go blow it, and that's what we did on our first go round. But I knew I wanted to do things differently this time. I wanted it to be better, not make the same mistakes. And truthfully, I think we're doing pretty good so far. And what I have ultimately decided to, okay, is that when it comes to the computer science degree, I have 2 applications that are floating out there right now. One is for UCF. And honestly, UCF is an amazing school locally. And it could open so many doors when it comes to all their programs that they can also extend out to. And that includes job assistance and everything. So really, that works out really well. And I also got to have a talk with, basically, not really a guidance counselor, but more like an academic coach that basically keeps you wanting to do it. That kind of person, you know, like the sales pitcher. And yeah, they gave me really great information in a brief time, and then we would have more of a follow-up in January. So that worked out really well when it came to UCF. When it came to Penn State University, which is like my ultimate like goal of a school, mind you. Yeah, I was denied the first time around for their education program. But I did go ahead and I put in an application to go ahead and do their other program for computer science. Completely online, not a hybrid program. So I was thinking, okay, well, this could work out really well. But we're going to see how that goes. But right now, ultimately, I have Valencia in my pocket ready to go come January. Then we'll go from there and we'll find out the rest. But what I can tell you for sure, and this is the hardest part, okay? You got 2 paths in front of you. Path 1 is on the left. And path 1 is whenever any kind of technology related issue comes up that I can resolve quickly and efficiently, it makes me miss the IT world. It really does. But then I got path number 2, which is over here on the right hand side. And what's interesting about that path is every time I do a substitute job and I go to a school and I have fun, I hang out with the kids and we do a little thing together, it makes me want to do teaching so much more. So it's like my body is like right in the middle. And each time I do a certain activity, I lean slightly over and then slightly back to the middle. Slightly over to the other side and then slightly back. Now, a lot of kids, when they go into college, they change their minds on their major. And this is pretty common, okay? Now, here I am, 40 though. I did my bachelor's, I did my master's, I did my first go round. And that was completed back when I was in my 20s or so. And all I could think was, yeah, I didn't want to get back into debt again unless absolutely necessary. And when it comes to absolute necessity, two things spring to my mind. How is it going to advance me down the road? And what is the payoff going to be? Well, when it comes to, let's just say, an IT job, having a computer science degree does help. Passing CompTIA A+ helps. Passing network from CompTIA, that helps. And on the other hand, when it comes to UCF with their program for English arts, yeah, that gets me a statement of eligibility qualification, which leads me right into the job market and shows how dedicated I am to wanting being a teacher. So you see, that's where it becomes tricky.
Like and subscribe.
Because you have to really decide which one is going to be the most beneficial. Now, if for some reason we moved out of state to Pennsylvania to anywhere, there are many states that reciprocate the licensing to become a teacher. Meaning they accept it and they'll go, okay, you have this, this, this. It equals this, this, this on our side. Or, okay, we require this extra, but you don't have it. So we're going to need you to do something to get this qualification. It could be a test, as simple as that, or it could be more. So there's that part too. And in the end, what I may end up doing is something that'll be quite interesting. Go ahead, sticking it out with Valencia like I've been doing all their coursework, getting familiarized. Then I have to do my clinical hours. But in the meantime, also, if I get an approval with UCF, then I can stick it out with UCF. On the other hand, if I get an approval with Penn State, then I can talk it over to Tiff and we can go from there. Because there is a large difference in what is owed back. That's the thing. It's about $20,000 difference. So there is quite a difference. And that is where it becomes truly difficult. But you know what? I like to hear what you guys also think. So please, feel free, if you made it this far in the video, and through my rambling of an old man, let me know. Because I am quite curious on how you think too. But for now, I'm going to get a water. I'm going to start editing this video to make it manageable for time. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some sleep. Because after all, I got school tomorrow. Yeah, middle school. And I'm going to be in an English class. So I am super excited for that. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. And honestly, either way, we have 2 great schools. Now, one more thing. If both of them decline me, yeah, I guess there's always Arizona State Global Campus University online. If you know our passing, you know that joke. It's what Ashford used to be before they had to shut down. Good night, everyone. I'll see you later.
But I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side.